Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Karlene, and in this week's video I am sharing with you the easiest, creamiest, silky smooth pumpkin pasta you will ever make. Kid approved. You are going to want to try it. I have 3 boys aged 10, 6 and 1, and I found this recipe really simple to pull together, making my life easy while all the boys are home for the school holiday. If you love easy recipes, homemaking and simple living, then hit that subscribe button. I release new content every week focused on families on a budget. Let's get started. I've noticed lately that a lot of my viewers are watching from America, so if that's you, welcome to North Queensland, Australia, where it is hot, humid, and my kitchen currently is knee-deep in flies due to my kids buzzing in and out of that back door. On this windy day, there are still flies. So in Australia, we typically don't get pumpkin puree in a can. They just don't make it. So I'm going to be making my own. A friend from church gifted me this pumpkin homegrown from her garden, which was really lovely of her. And I've got a couple of pumpkins to get through, and I find this the easiest, simplest way to be able to prepare whole pumpkins and have them readily available to use for a quick recipe. So keep that in mind the next time you go through shopping. If you see them on special, grab a couple. You can store them in the bottom of the pantry for quite a long time, and if they're starting to get close to their use by date, then prepare them like this. It is so simple and easy. Your future self will thank you. This whole pumpkin yielded enough to make a large batch of this pasta, and in next week's video I will be sharing with you a sweet style breakfast recipe where we use croissants, pumpkin pie flavors, and we're going to make it an overnight recipe so that you can make ahead and provide a crowd-pleasing breakfast that will satisfy both kids and adults. So keep your eye out for that video next week. Somehow I think I got distracted with the kids being home from school that I didn't press record when I was actually making the pumpkin puree. So all you need to do is put them flesh side down on a baking tray, bake them until tender and caramelized, scoop out the flesh, put it in a stick blender and blend until smooth. It is as easy as that. Add them to a Ziploc bag and freeze them until you're ready to use them. Fast forward a few days later and I am now ready to use our pumpkin puree. We were away for the weekend again, and I've come home and I don't have a lot in the fridge. I've got some leftover fettucine pasta from last night. I've got some bacon, some greens left, an onion and some cream cheese, and we're going to make this into a meal. I grabbed out the frozen pumpkin puree the night before and then let that defrost in the fridge overnight. If you are time poor trying to make this recipe, you can skip this step and just add powdered onion. We're going to add in 2 cloves of garlic. You can use garlic if you've got it, or garlic powder as well. There's no hard and fast rules in my kitchen. I just use what I have, so I don't need to go out and buy more ingredients, because who needs to be spending more money than they need to on food every week, am I right? I've got half a kilo or just under half a kilo of middle rasher bacon, so I'm just going to roughly chop that up into 1 centimeter square pieces. I'm going to add this to our pasta. A quick and easy way that we are going to make this a creamy recipe is by adding a block of cream cheese. And I'm just going to go ahead and cube this up so it is quicker to melt into the dish, so I don't feel like I'm standing there stirring it for 40 minutes trying to get the lumps out. Now I am pushing 40, right? I'm closer to 40 than I am 30, and I still cannot seem to open these packets without one side ripping. Why? Every time. Is there a secret you must share? Maybe it's just me, but anyway, can't seem to figure that part out. The rest of this is easy, so I'm just going to go ahead and just cube this up straight in the packet, because who needs more washing up? Not me, not with 5 of us in this house. And I'm just going to pop that to the side, ready to thicken up our creamy pasta sauce. Okay, it is go time. I am in the thick of witching hour. I'm trying to distract the baby by getting him to catch the flies that are in the kitchen, and we're going to brown off our onion and garlic to add some crispy texture and some beautiful flavor before adding in our bacon. Now that the bacon is crispy and full of flavor, I'm adding in my pumpkin puree. If I had some white wine left, it's been a long week. If I had some white wine left, I would have tipped some of that in the bottom to deglaze the pan, but I don't, so we're going to go without today. It still tasted delicious. So I'm just adding in about a cup of pumpkin puree, and I'm going to go straight in with my block of cream cheese so that can heat up together and then melt in together as well. Now you don't have to add this in, but if you have some chicken stock, like a chicken stock cube on hand, you can add that in for some extra flavor. That's an easy, cheap way to add some flavor to a dish. And I'm just going to stir that in and try and get rid of any last little lumps that I find. Now that my sauce has heated through and it is lump free, or virtually lump free, I think I can see one there, it's time to add the pasta. So you could be boiling up your pasta on the side as you do this. I'm just using leftover pasta from last night because I hate wasting food, and why not use it up? Fettuccine was a beautiful way to have this, but you could have it over gnocchi or penne pasta. You do you. Okay, I'm going to add that straight in. Leftovers from spaghetti last night. I accidentally ruined dinner by snacking too much because it's holidays. Now that the pasta is heated through, it's time to add our spinach leaves. You can add whatever you have at home, whether you've got frozen spinach cubes or another type of green that you want to add in. I don't like to add it in too early because I don't want them to be brown. You can just imagine my boys giving each other the side eye at the table like, ew brother, what's that brother, ew. They would not eat it if it was brown. After the spinach has wilted, it is time to serve dinner. I added chili flakes to mine because that's how I like it. Obviously not for the boys, but this was so delicious. My husband loved it, and I hope that you try this recipe. Thank you for hanging out with me in my kitchen, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.